Good morning. Up on top of the summit the other day was this snowcat. Their truck is broke down, so they brought it down the ridge and parked it here. Man, the places you could go with this. Everywhere you'd want to be and places you shouldn't, probably. Okay, so the way, mainly I wanted to look at their tracks. The way these work are those little nubs here going between these so they don't come off. That one, I guess that's the same way. It's just got a wheel spacer in the middle. This is the drive gear. It really would not be that hard to make a set of tracks. The hardest part would be the rubber belting. I've seen people make them out of belting and angle iron and chain and all sorts of things. It'd be expensive. I don't think it'd really be all that hard. You'd have to weld up a frame on the inside and put rollers in there. I did it on that my snow dog, same idea. I used snowmobile wheels in here, but I built the whole frame and everything. Be a little bit harder because you'd have 4 of them. Or I have seen some that have just one big long track like an army tank has, and then you have to steer by adding another master cylinder and a brake. And what you do is you brake one side, you brake the other side to turn it. It kind of skid steers instead of turning like it does like this with your wheels in the front. Man, this thing's neat. Yeah, they got it locked. Jump up here and take a look. Oh yeah, look at that cushy cab. Nice seats. Got a little fan in there. I'm sure it's got a good heater. Boy, I'd love to have one of these. If only I could win the lottery. I'd probably have to win it 2 or 3 times to afford one, though. Very cool. You have both a snow plow in the front, and they have a trail groomer in the back. Kind of works a little bit like the arena groomer we have for the fairgrounds. Just kind of smooth it out and make it level so the snowmobiles and things can run easier. Anyway, today Cindy wants to go to Challis, so off we go. Challis is kind of a neat town. It's got more original log buildings in here, I guess, than any town in the United States. A lot of them are false fronted over the top of the logs, though, where you can't really see them anymore. Showed this before, but a lot of you are new. And these cliffs here, I don't know, they're really not that tall. I'm guessing 60 feet, maybe 70 feet. But what they were, these ones over here, they're much taller. But they say they didn't use those. Supposedly these lower ones, it was a buffalo jump. Kind of neat, really. On the upside of these, above it, the ground just kind of slopes off level, and they'd get the buffalo to run in and just stampede them right over the cliff. You know, they always say that you know, the Indians never wasted anything and all that, but buffalo are pretty big. You don't really have a whole lot of control over how many run over the cliff. So I'm pretty sure they probably had some waste. That a lot of bruised meat probably that wasn't edible also. That's kind of neat. They I don't think there's anything much left here now, but they used to find bones and, you know, not so much arrowheads, but stone knives, that kind of thing here. How you doing, Lily? You having fun? You having fun? Play in the snow. Go get it. Go get the snow. Her dog was 8 years old. She's still pretty much a puppy.
No, no.
That was loud.
Echoed in here.
Yeah, it does. It's a neat area. Dogs?
Dogs. Look at those.
Lily, you're a goofball. Cora, Cora, what are you doing, Cora? What are you doing, Cora? You in a play mood? You don't never play. What are you doing, little girl? Huh? This place here and over here, I'll walk up here and take a look at this, but this place, when we moved here back in '91, there were some folks that lived here. They had a trailer house, if I remember right, that burned down, and all these buildings, they were about the kind of shape they're in now back then, but we used to call this Little Ethiopia. The guy that lived here had about 300 goats. There wasn't a blade of grass inside the fence anywhere. Kind of funny, but when we first moved here, we were working for Twin Peaks Ranch, which was a kind of a dude ranch. We took people horseback riding, things like that, and they had this goat there, and I kind of liked that goat until one day I seen him kind of bent around and he's peeing and drinking it. Yuck. Till then, I kind of liked him, but the goat was kind of knocking little kids down, and so they decided they were going to get rid of him. And we took him over here to give to Vern to go with all his goats. And we got up here and asked the lady if do you want another goat? And she goes, "Where'd you get that goat? That's my goat." We thought, well, no, it can be your goat, but it's our goat. "No, that's my goat. You leave that goat here." So we left the goat here. That was kind of the plan all along, but kind of odd. I mean, really not sure why she thought it was her goat, but she was convinced that was her goat. It's kind of a neat place. I have no idea how old it is or anything, but right here against all these rocks and cliffs and stuff, and my battery is about dead. Dang it. Probably lost you. I don't know what ever happened to Vern. They moved away. He was a pretty good small engine mechanic. Vern Puckett was his name, with a P. Nice guy. His wife was a little odd, though. Pretty neat the way they used to build things. All rails and stuff, and you can tell it had a sod roof at one time. I love old places like this. Another place I've always wanted to go over to, except for it's across the river, this little cabin over here. Looking at it, it can't be more than 10 or 12 foot square. It's in pretty good shape though. It's in kind of a pretty spot. Another angle of that one. Looks like the chinking between the logs is pretty good still. Well, home again. So the reason for the trip was that years ago for our anniversary, I had a friend of ours that lives in Challis make her a ring, and it cracked. The soldered part underneath broke, so he fixed it, and we've been meaning to get out there and see him for a long time and go pick up that ring. So we finally got a chance to do it. Wasn't a real big destination. Challis is, I don't know how many people live there. Nice little town though. But anyhow, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.